Hello everybody, welcome to Badlands Ballistics. I'm Chris. We're doing a little video today I'm real excited about. You guys know that I am the biggest tightwad that you know. And if you leave in the comments, if you know a bigger tightwad than me, man, I better tighten up my game a little bit. But the video today is on my favorite $200 guns. And yes, you can still buy quality guns for $200. We are kind of living in the golden age of guns. We really are. Before we get too much into it, I'm gonna ask you guys to take a minute and please subscribe and give me a thumbs up, and we'll keep the channel growing. So anyway, I'll tell you my story about my very first gun. It was a 410 single shot H&R, and it was about 1984, and I thought I was John Wayne walking into the hardware store with my mom and slapped down my greenbacks and bought me a brand new 410 single shot for $75. I remember my very first center fire revolver. It was a Ruger Blackhawk in 41 Magnum. It was about, I don't remember the exact number on that one, around $350. There again, in the late 80s, early 90s, in that time frame. So in today's world, for whatever reason, the revolvers have really gotten high, but you know, we've got good quality guns for a low budget, or a little bit lower budget price. So I'm gonna go through my $200 guns and tell you guys about them. All right, guys, the first one we're going to talk about is the Remington model 512. Isn't she a beauty? I think we looked it up. This gun was made in 1943, if I remember correctly. Excellent condition. Bought this obviously used at a pawn shop. This is a great gun. I've done some videos on it. Fantastic gun. So the next one up in the lineup, I think the price on this guy was around $150. Next in the lineup is the Savage Model 62 Semi-Auto 22. I remember very distinctly on this guy, I paid $114 for it from our local Walmart. Bought this gun brand new. It is a shooting son of a gun too. Got a little Athlon scope on it. As you can see, I probably need a little higher scope mount, but it seems to work. Shoots really good. I really like this gun, and the skunks do not like this gun at all. We had to dispatch a few with this gun this summer. So the next one on the lineup is the Ruger Wrangler. I bought this gun very recently. It was on the used gun rack, $150. I've done some work on this gun. Hopefully you guys have seen the videos of doing the side end, but I am tickled pink with this gun. This is going to be like my ride around the truck, beat around the barn a little bit kind of a gun. You know, it shoots great for 150 bucks. I couldn't be happy with it. Last but not least, the Taurus G2. You guys have seen this a ton on this channel. I actually have two of these. I only got one on the table right this minute, but the very first G2 I bought was brand new. Price tag was $199. I know that these guns are in the mid 200 range. I actually seen one of these guys on the used gun rack for $125. So these guys can be had for sure under $200. All right. Well, we're going to take just a minute and shoot every one of these guns, and every one of these guns just have a little bit of a story with them, so we'll kind of talk about them and do a little shooting. So this old Remington, what a dandy gun. This was the era of Remington 22 rifles. They made several models of these, and I don't know them well enough to rattle them off the top of my head, but this one's a tube fed. They made a detachable box magazine fed. They made a single shot. And they also made a semi-auto that had this similar look. Not exactly the same, of course, being a semi-auto, but it had this, what I'm going to call like this beehive type receiver. All of these are fantastic guns. I think they can all be purchased at a pretty reasonable price. I don't think any of these have really gotten high on the collector value scale. But what I like about these, I'm a bigger guy. You guys heard me say I'm 6'3", 250. This has an adult rifle feel. Barrel's a little longer. The length of pull's a little longer. I just love the feel of this old gun. So we're gonna send a few rounds downrange with this old kid. You guys see these on the used gun rack? I'm telling you, you can't go wrong with this. These are fantastic made guns. I just love the feel of it. Hopefully you guys heard I got a few hits downrange on the gong. The old Savage semi-auto, right out of Walmart. Man, I'll tell you, I have shot this gun this summer. This has been my go-to gun. I'm not sure what happened, but I got invaded by skunks this year. I literally shot 10 skunks with this gun right here. And most of them was inside my barn. Yeah, what I figured out is pump a few slugs into them and then take off running and come back and see what it looks like tomorrow. Because they smelled, my barn and my four-wheelers and everything just smelled horrific with skunk. But if a guy's looking at the entry-level 22 auto market, I think these right now my local Walmart are selling for the 140 range. Like I say, I paid $114 for this, and they've gone up just a little bit. Of course, everything else has gone up, but these are dandy guns. Of this gun, I've done quite a bit of testing with it. Loves these Winchester Super X. These are the 40 grain hollow points. I think these are on the power scale a little on the upper end, but this gun really likes them. We've done some accuracy tests on it. This is a great combination for just varmint control and stuff around the barn. $100 gun, you don't mind if it gets out in the weather a little bit. I'll be honest with you folks, I think that was one of the first time this thing has ever had a malfunction. I'm ashamed to say it's been out in my barn all summer. Maybe it's got a little dirt in it. Who would have thunk that, right? So I just had a little failure to feed on that, not a big deal. I think I've never cleaned this gun. Bought it brand new, I swabbed the barrel before I started shooting it. I've had it outside all summer. This thing's been almost to the point, I'm not gonna say abused, but it's certainly been well used. Of course I don't work for Savage, I don't work for anybody. Don't be discouraged by that, because this gun truly has been a very well functioning, never once had a misfire of any sort. So, and I could cut that out, but that's not what I do. If a gun fails, I'm gonna tell you guys about it, but don't be discouraged by this. If you're thinking about buying one of these, I would highly, highly recommend it. And maybe clean it a little bit more than what I do. Okay, Ruger Wrangler. You guys know how much I love this gun, and I am not even sure why. Maybe it's because it's cheap. Makes me even like it even more. But, I did a lot of work to it. It was a fun project. It really was. I know that Ruger will sight these guns in for you. We turned the barrel and did a couple things on it and got it shooting really good. Like I say, if you run across one of these in the used gun rack, and you get it home and it's not sighted in well, the barrel needs to be turned, just don't hesitate a bit. Send it back to Ruger, they'll take care of it for you. They're great folks there at Ruger. But I just love this little guy. This thing is gonna be my companion here coming up this summer. So let's dump a few rounds downrange with it. Last but not least, the Taurus G2. I have probably done as many or more videos on this gun than I have, or been, let me rephrase that. This gun's probably been in more of my videos than any of my other guns. These little guys are just bulletproof. Not sure I've ever had a malfunction on this one. I've probably cleaned it as much as I did that Savage 22 rifle. And this guy just shoots. Got a fully adjustable sights. This thing shoots just about every type of ammo you put in it reasonably. Every gun in the world has preferences. It don't matter if it's a 22 or 9 or a high-powered rifle. Every gun has preference. This gun's no different, but I can say that if the zombies were coming, I would not hesitate one bit of grabbing this gun. It is just so reliable. It shoots good. The trigger system's a little different. Takes a little bit of time to get, shooting to get used to it. My son thinks I'm crazy because I love these so much. He loves his SIG 320s, fantastic guns also. And he just thinks I've completely lost my marbles. As much time as I shoot and as much as praise as I give this little guy, yeah, he thinks I'm crazy. I might be. Anyway, we're gonna send some rounds downrange with this Taurus G2. Obviously didn't load the mag up all the way. We just wanted to send some rounds downrange with it. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up for the night. You know, I wanted to share that with you. I've been fortunate. I've picked up some of these lower cost guns and had great satisfaction with them. I just can't say enough good about all of them, really. You know, the little Savage rifle that we had the malfunction with today, that's been my go-to gun. I packed that thing around all summer, and like I say, I'm not sure I've ever had a malfunction with it, and maybe me packing around all summer not cleaning it's the problem. But the little Remington bolt action rifle there again, that 512, for what they're selling for, and I haven't looked at them for a long time. I've had that gun for probably 4 or 5 years, but I don't think they're a high cost gun. Beautiful workmanship on those old Remingtons. I just love the heck out of them. And thank you to Ruger for bringing out the Wrangler. You know, the single 6 is a fantastic gun, has been around a long time. But these Wranglers are just cost effective toward just the average guy trying to get into guns. Boy, I just can't recommend that, the Ruger Wrangler, enough. And of course the G2 for a center fire striker fire type gun, fantastic for the price. So anyway, we're gonna wrap it up for today. I want to tell everybody thanks for watching. Please subscribe, give me a thumbs up.